Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. Today I have an unboxing. As many of you know, the hubby and I just recently celebrated our 11-year wedding anniversary, and he surprised me with this beauty. If you enjoyed this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up, and without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so you guys know how I feel about unboxings. I like to deconstruct them just a tad because I think that they take a little too long. But here is the box that it came in that says Chanel. I'm sure a lot of you already know what it is just based on the size of this box. But in here it just has the Chanel tissue paper, the care booklet, and the dust cloth. But there we go. I really like these magnetic boxes a lot more than the old ones that they had before, because I felt that these kind of, I don't know, they're a little bit easier to just kind of stack, right? Okay, and it also came with the camellia as well as the Chanel ribbon. And here it is in the dust bag that says Chanel. I have been dying. I have been itching to take this out of the dust bag and use it. But just be prepared, because I'm going to plaster this thing all over Instagram. So if you follow me on there, just again, be prepared because it's coming. But there we go. Okay, and he surprised me with this beauty, which is the Chanel Mini Rectangular in the pink caviar leather and the silver hardware. This color is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. If you guys have been watching me for a while, a lot of you know that I have a crazy obsession with the color pink. I have a crazy obsession with the color red, and this color is literally smack in the middle. Like I said, this one just says pink, but we all know Chanel, you know, they can say yellow and it's like gold or whatever it is. But here is the SKU card, and I will make sure and put that on the description box below. It just says 18B flat bag 5B309 pink, no size, and then the price. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, it's really hard to explain the color or to describe it, because in some lights it looks like it's really pink, in other lights it looks like it's a little bit more of a deeper red. But the best way I would have to say is kind of like a raspberry. It's literally smack in between both colors. So it's gorgeous. It's a chameleon, and it's, oh man, I'm super stoked about it. But there's the front side of it. There's a side view. There's a back side that has the little pocket. There we go. And then on the inside, let me just take off this little guy. Let me feed the chain right through. And in here, there we go. You have one little compartment. You have one little slip pocket here and a zippered compartment there. And in here, I believe is the authenticity card. And it says Chanel made in France. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it or not, but there we go. I've said it before, when it comes to the Mini, I know that some people might think that it's super tiny, but it's really deceiving because you can get away with carrying a little bit more in here. I do have two other Minis. Both of them have the light gold hardware, so I was really excited about this one having the silver hardware, because I really think that it complements the color of the bag as well. But there we go. And the craziest thing is that I knew that this color was going to launch a while back, and I remember I contacted my sales associate and I said, hey, can you put me on the list? And whenever you see the lookbook, it says like pink or red, and it doesn't really tell you if it's going to be like metallic, or it actually does tell you if it's going to be metallic, but it tells you, it doesn't really say the hue of the color that it's going to be. Like I said, this one says pink. This does not look pink to me. It looks more like red, right? Like I said, when I first saw it on the lookbook, I was like, hey, can you put me down? She said, yeah, no problem, absolutely. And as the launch date started to get closer, I remember I said, I kept calling her and I said, hey, have you heard anything? Have you seen anything? Because she was supposed to get one into the boutique. And she's like, no, I haven't seen anything. I haven't heard anything. I don't think we're gonna get it. And I was like, okay, obviously that's a possibility, right? But usually whenever it comes to something that's going to come into the boutique, for it not to come in, that never really happens, you know. So I was like, okay, that's kind of strange. And anytime I'd ask her about it, she'd change the subject. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm bothering her. I don't know. Like, I felt like I was being maybe, I don't know, annoying to say the least. So I stopped asking about it. I was like, okay, it is what it is. You know, if I can't get it, I can't get it. I called other boutiques and everyone was sold out, and I kept seeing it like on Instagram, and I'm like, oh man, that color is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So come to find out the hubby actually ended up contacting her, and he said, I don't want you to sell it to Minnie. I want to be able to gift it to her for our wedding anniversary. So I thought that was super, super sweet of him to do, and the fact that she kept it quiet made me even happier, because I do like surprises, all right? I know that I would have been like, I have an idea what it could be, but at the same time, it's like when you get that surprise, you're just like, oh yeah. I feel like you have a grin on your face that's maybe a little bit bigger. Is it just me? Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so there is the color. And I also wanted to bring out a few items of mine so that way I can kind of give you guys a color comparison, because as I said, it's a little bit harder to... it's hard to describe the color, and it's hard to capture the exact color that it is. So, just so you guys have a better idea, here is the Gucci Petite Marmont wallet on chain. And as you can see, when I put it up against something that's really, really hot pink, this is like a beautiful, beautiful fuchsia. You can see that this one looks like it's a little bit more red. And then when I put it up against the Louis Vuitton Empreinte clay in the color Cerise, you can see that this one has a little bit more pink, and the red really ends up popping. All right, here is the Chanel red lambskin with the silver hardware. And again, you can see that when it's up against red, this one looks like it has a little bit more of like a pinkish blue hue to it. And then with the classic Chanel wallet on chain, this is just their classic red. And this one almost looks like it's maroon in certain lights. It almost looks like it has a little bit more of like a brownish undertone, but side by side, this one just ends up being a lot more pink than this one. But, all right. And the other one is the Chanel Eau Coin purse, and this is in the fuchsia caviar leather. And this one looks like it's probably the closest in color. Maybe, right? Maybe a little bit. But this one's a little bit more of a deeper fuchsia than the Gucci Petite Marmont wallet on chain that I just shared with you guys. But side by side, I don't know. Like I said, in certain lights it looks really pink, in other lights it looks really red.
I wanted to take it one step further and show it to you guys in the natural sunlight, because I know that sometimes, even by showing you comparisons with other colors, with the studio lights or even the colors in my room, it might absorb the color a little bit differently. But here you can see my camera has no filter or anything like that, and it definitely shows up like it has a little bit more red, but then when you turn it this way, it looks a little bit more pink. Either way, I love it. Oh, there it is with full-on shade from the tree. There we go.
Yeah. So the Chanel mini rectangular in the pink. I think people are calling it the dark pink, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, my apologies. I don't want to give you guys false information. But it just says pink. So I'll just go off that because I don't want to say anything that's wrong. The pink caviar leather with the silver hardware. I swear my hubby has the best surprises, and I'm sure a lot of you are already thinking, oh, it's a matter of time before she sells it. She's not going to use it, blah, 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 what have you. Trust me, there is no way that I will get rid of this bag because it means so much to me. Not only is it in between red and pink, the fact that it does have silver hardware, it adds a little bit more variety to my collection, but more than anything, the fact that he went out of his way to surprise me with something that I initially really wanted to get and just couldn't get my hands on just means the world to me. You know, it melts my heart. I know, it's super corny, so after school special of me, but you guys know how I am. I'm like the biggest sap on the planet, and whenever anything has a little bit of a story to it, it just makes the item that much more special to me and to my collection, and it just reminds me of our anniversary. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just how I feel. But we did have an amazing anniversary. Unfortunately, he did have to work, so I had him, you know, here and there. But we will be definitely celebrating this coming week. But yeah. I'm very, very excited to start using this item, and he is just such an incredible sweetheart. All right, so I will include mod shots of this bag on me. Like I said before, I think that it is the same length as the other two minis, and for reference, I am 5'5", and I will include those mod shots right now. Alright you guys, so that does it for my Chanel unboxing. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red button down below and hitting that bell so you're notified when I upload videos, which is anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. As I said, I am super excited about this item. I cannot wait to bust it out and start using it. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, my apologies for all the spam that you're going to be seeing. But I look forward to using it. I look forward to seeing how it's going to wear. I am not going to put it in a bubble. I am not going to be overprotective of it. I am going to enjoy it as it is. And I will be sure to share the good, the bad, and the ugly with whatever happens to the bag with you guys, because you guys know how I feel about that. But anyways, thanks again so much for watching. I love you guys so much. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not, the choice is yours. Have a great day.